Hello everyone. Today I'll be looking at the reserved word move. Before we get started, let's recap quickly on what we've been doing. We have the program. Procedure division is where you're going to have the logic of the program that's going to be running. In the data division division, you will have a working storage section which is going to house your variables. There are two broad categories of data in Cobol, and they are variables and constants. These here that I'm highlighting are variables because they can change while a program is running, and you have to declare what kind of variables they are, whether they're an alphanumeric variable or a numeric variable, and how much space they can have. A constant, this is an example of a constant, any or name, it's going to be the same all of the time. It's never going to change. It's always going to be a constant, and it is a constant literal. Display. Display is a reserved word. And now we're moving on to what this video is really about. Move. Move is another reserved word, and we use this to set a variable. So you can set the variable in here. So it's declared up here and it's set down here. Move hello to, which is another reserved word, a greeting, and a greeting is set up here. You can do the same with numbers. You move them into this variable here. So you're moving a value into a container. The important thing to remember about move is that if you move 1 into this variable, this one down here, a number, we've allocated it space up to 99. So it's got 2 digits basically. It's going to pad that digit out with a leading 0. So we'll have a leading 0 in there. But the reverse happens as well. At the top here, we've given this variable 20 digits. But if I change that to 5 or 2, and we move hello into greeting, what do you think is going to happen? I'll show you later on in the video what happens there. Let's have a look at this word in action, move. Remember that we can also reset something. So like down here, we've got move shalom to a greeting. So that's going to change hello to shalom. So it's going to start off by being hello and it will end up as being shalom. If I go over here and we run it. Now it asks to enter a name. I pop my name in. And it gives us a response. So if I zoom in over here, let's see if we can see it right. It gives us a response here. And what we've got is greeting 1. See there, it's padded the 1 out, is hello. And it's given back, it's returned the value that I put in because we've asked it to do that down here. Here where it says display greeting, the number is a greeting, what the greeting is, and a name. And a name is accepted up here, and a greeting, as you remember, is initialized up here and set over here. It's now changed to shalom, Tony, because we moved shalom to a greeting. I did say that what I would do is I would show you what happens if we now move this to a greeting and I change that, because I haven't compiled this program yet. So what I'll do is I'll save it, and now I'm going to compile it. I'm going to run. And now it asks me to enter the name. Right. Now we can see what's going on down here. Greeting 01, and what it's got here, it's got key Tony and it's got sh Tony. Right, now why is that done that? That's done that because this here, this greeting has been truncated to just 2. So if I put 5 in there and I reset that, and now I have to recompile the program and then rerun the program, and I put my name in. Now it's enough for hello, but there's no space there between the two. The next variable is short because it has had the M cut off. It's been truncated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the M isn't there. So if I put 7, give it 7 now, and set it, what do you think is going to happen over here? So recompile and run, enter my name, and now you can see that we have hello. There's enough space for hello, and we've got a space there at the end. So it puts the spaces at the end. So if you allocate something too many spaces, it puts the spaces at the end. And if you've not allocated enough, then it will truncate. We call this truncating, where it's basically cuts off the end. I've introduced you to the idea of reserved words, and we remember that we've got display is a reserved word, accept is a reserved word, and the reserved word that we looked at today is move. Move can be used to set a variable within the data division. Move can be used to set a number in procedure division, and it also can be used to change a variable to something else. This is a string here. This little string, this can be moved to this variable. So we have this literal string being moved to this variable, which already had a variable in it, but it's just changing it. You're changing what's in the variable. If you give the variable enough space, you have to make sure that this word that you're moving in to the new variable has enough space within it. Otherwise it will be truncated, and if it doesn't use all of the space in there, then it will leave a space at the end of the word. If you're using numbers, then you can move numbers into a number, but as long as the number is being moved into something that's been declared as being numerical and not alphanumerical, because otherwise it will just come back as a string. You have to follow the same kind of rules about space. If you have too much space, if you're not using all of the space, then what happens is you get leading zeros. However, if you haven't got enough space, it's going to chop the end off. So you need to be aware of that. It will do exactly the same as it did with the strings. That's it for now. I'll see you again soon. Hope you have a good time coding. Take care.